happy to go. Alrighty, greetings, Hexers! So we got a draft just fired off, and we're about to dive in and have a look here at what we can do. So first let me get the chat up there. So howdy to those of you watching live right now on Twitch, those of you watching via YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the draft. So here we go. We've got a very nice rare here. It's a major socket, which is very nice. We've got a 3-cost 3/2 in Sapphire. Now Sapphire is not very strong this meta, but I mean it's still a pretty good rare, so I probably will take it. Honestly, though, this is a good card because you can, especially with the major socket, give it a free action. This card is great. If you get into the candles, enough Illuminate cards, this can do a lot of work. Same with the Fuel Master here, but you are committing to 2 colors. So, but it is a very good card. If you get a number of those, and then a number of troops, this pairs very well with things like Acolyte of Flame. Because then both of those troops that interplay will get the benefit. The Gladiator 1 there. Ready to Rumble is good, Burster is good, but in terms of first pick worthy, you got those 3 I mentioned there. So we get another rare Pastist here. It's a High Joltage. You gain 2 charges, and it's an Escalate card. So nothing too exciting. And how you going there? Pretty good monkey. Good game from before. Let me just make sure I've got the stream muted. There we go. So yeah, the art is very nice. I wouldn't say it's a junk rare. I wouldn't say that. I mean, in terms of, I guess if you mean in terms of value, I guess, sure. Should take you up in that 4G router to get some... Yeah. Costs too much, Arker. Costs too much. So, yeah, I mean, I might just take this just because it's a rare, but it's definitely not the best card here. So, one of my favorite things in this meta with this limited format is Verdict. We've got 2 great Verdict cards here. We also have Unravel. But I could just be a dirty rare draft. This is meant to be a lesson, though. So, I'll be a dirty rare draft, and I'll tell you then the right choice. So the right choice from this pack is pretty much the Unravel. -3/-3, and quick speed, plus the Berry 3 is very nice. So, that's what I would take here. Then again, I love Verdict, so these would have been my next 2 picks. I'm going to be a dirty rare drafter and take the High Joltage, just cause. Why not? I'm a floobs. I'll probably regret it. Oh, there's another one of those Fuel Masters I mentioned. So Fuel Master, as I said, if you get multiple of these, I mean, it's just a fantastic 2-drop. It's got Gladiator 1. It's a 2/2 for 2, but thanks to Gladiator, that means it's a 3/2 on attack and a 2/3 on defense. So very nice. You got Pomegranate here, which is very nice as well. Verdant Rift is not bad as well. Can get you to an earlier Farico charge power. So you got all these are great cards here. This is really more of a, something you're going to synergize well with the champion that gives you the Death Cry ability to grab 2 little flubers. But yeah, it's very, you're going to be wanting to be in the Death Cry deck with a lot of stuff that can just make a lot of little flubes. Burst is just a good value card. I'm going to probably take the removal here. Which, it's a shame, had I taken that Fuel Master, having a second one would be nice. But this is a pretty good card. Removal plus Verdict. What's not to like? But I'll just leave all this other good stuff here. See what happens. So what do we got here? Next pack. So Runic Eruption is a really good card. Just very, very high value in terms of the amount of things it can kill. It's very similar to Runic Decay from the previous set, from set 7, except it is basic speed, which does hurt it a little bit, but it is killing a lot more potentially still. No life gain though, but it's still really strong. What else we got here? So Threads of Life is not bad. You can get back a troop that is 4 cost, or even a constant, but getting back and putting it into play, so that's pretty good. Does pair well with my Jingle Jinx, because I'm probably going to put free action on her. Which means if I play her out, get a free action in my hand, she then dies, I then could get her back with this. So I'm probably going to take that here, even though it's technically not the best card. Like the Runic Eruption is... both of these are really good, but this is obviously a Blood Wild card, and you want to, if you're not already in those colors, I could take here, and I can start seeing where I go with that. But I've already got one diamond card. I'll just take this here. See what... Oh, hello, Merrymaker. So we get another rare! Continue the rare drafting. So it's actually not a bad rare, but it is... So because it's when you Fate Weave, Fate Weave is not something we really have much of, especially in set 8. It's set 7 where all the Fate Weave stuff lives. So because of that, Fate Weave is, you don't really get much, because you've only got the one. Being limited at the moment is 887, so you've got a lot less packs to get your Fate Weave stuff from. I'm still going to be a dirty rare drafter and take it. If it wasn't here, I mean, this card is actually not bad. It's a 2-3 for 3, and then if the game goes late and you're running out of things to cast, well, then you can start just giving yourself more actual cards or resources if you need them. So it can be very nice. This here is a very good 2-drop. So if you're already, if I was already in Wild, and I wasn't just being a dirty rare drafter, this is what I would take, because it's a very good card, 2-3 for 2, with a very powerful effect. They've got a more Verdict, another, oops, let's take that before we run out of time. So yeah, some more Verdict and whatnot is pretty good. So we've seen a lot of Aquamancer. I could actually have a bit of fun this draft here, and try and live an Aquamancer dream. So, I mean, it's still not great, because they are still, even if you get multiple of them and you keep playing Elementals, they lack of, they're not evasive or anything. They're very easy to trade with. So it's nothing fantastic, but we could do it for fun. They might wheel. I think I've seen already 2 of them. So there's a possibility of both of those wheeling, since it's not a great, it's one of the cards that I had on my top 10 commons list, but I wouldn't really put it there anymore. Just because, you have to take into account how powerful that color is overall, which Sapphire is one of the weakest this meta, in my opinion. But yeah, it's still good. Don't get me wrong, it's still good. But yeah, I mean, there are... Okay, look, let's take it. Let's see if we can live the dream. There is a constant that normally pairs with candles. There's a constant that gives elementals flight. So that, if you can get that constant plus a whole bunch of these, then you're having a good time. Then, that's a real plan. So... For now, we'll take that. We've got another flyer here that gets Portal, which is very good value. Anything that can give you a 2-for-1 is always nice. So something like this, gives you a nice evasive troop. It's a 3-3 for 5 with flying, and then it's going to put a common Portal in your hand. Now, the good thing about Portals is you just can wait until it turns into something that is going to help you the most. Or, help you, if you can keep waiting, keep doing so. If you need to just advance your board, you can do that as well. So yeah, I'm going to take that. I mean, this again, there's not all that a lot of transform either. You rely very heavily on the set 7 packs. So I'm actually going to take this here, because technically I can play it in the Frost form, which is an elemental, so it pairs with this. And I am hoping to get, we're going to try to do something fun here. What is this late have stream? Yeah, my sleeping pattern, well, I mean, my sleep pattern actually isn't too bad, but hang on there, Flappinator. But, so I just had a nap earlier. Like, it's now 11:30 PM. I slept for maybe 4 hours or something during the day. Like, I was reading earlier on, and then I got a bit tired, so I just had a nap, and so I'm not that tired just yet. Figured, I just finished the draft, kicked King Gabriel's ass, so he died. Then I had a pretty good game for my finals there, and yeah, so now I'm doing another draft and have tickets. So yeah, so another Frost form. This is actually a very good card. So not only can you do it as a combat trick, it's obviously very good against Farico, which is very much in the meta, and also Candles, which is very much in the meta. So yeah, very, very good card. I maybe should take it here. And you know what? I think I will take it over the Grizzly. We're gonna, this is not something, being an uncommon, we have to take into account that it's going to be seen less. So our chances of getting it later is diminished. So Grizzly, it's good, but we can live without it. We still don't know if these Aquamanders are going to wheel. So if they don't, well then we're probably not even going to try that shenanigans. So best card here is easily the Ready to Rumble. Surprised it's still here. So I am considering taking it, because here's my thought process. If I do get a whole bunch of these, I want to be able to, the odds of me getting the constant that I want to give Elementals flight are slim. So the backup plan I can then use is for Rico to just make a whole bunch of make a whole bunch of Aquamanders, and then go wide. So we're going to try those two different plans there for this draft and see how we go. So we do get one of them. Now there is a Pomegranate still here. That's pretty strange. Pomegranate pairs very well in momentum decks. Just gives you a really good ramp. If you're in wild, it's a very good way to get to Furico a bit quicker. But we want to have fun. So if I wasn't going to be doing this little silly plan here, I would be taking the Pomegranate. But we want to do this. I hope to get 5, 6 of these little guys. Then we can maybe have a pretty fun time with an Aquamander army. So now I don't know if we've missed. I wasn't keeping track or anything, so it's possible we're not going to get them. But we'll see. We'll see. So, Oakhenge is not bad. I think I will take it because I do have, getting the Witch down early or even just getting my Aquamanders to start that stuff going can be fine. Looks like we're not going to get any more Aquamanders. Let's deny the Candle card. Let's, so Diamond is obviously not that, get in there, not that open, so let's put those shenanigans over there. Now I could even run this, it is something that can also get me to an earlier Furico, but because it is an Escalate card, it's not something I'd really want to keep redrawing. Like, it wouldn't be too bad, because I will get, so it doubles, so you get 2 charges the first time, then 4, and so on. So you could do a lot of Furico charges if you did keep redrawing it, but you have to also keep yourself alive while essentially doing nothing with the card. So it looks like we're only going to get the 2, which is surprising to me. I'm pretty sure I saw at least 3. So maybe someone took one of the earlier ones, but then they've switched or something. But either way, we can still hopefully get some more. If not, we can always abandon the plan. It's all good. Let's put that over there. Alright, so that also we can put in there. See what happens. I mean, we don't want that either. Blah blah. Alright, what do we get? Give me something good? Not bad. This is a pretty good rare. Pipit Pal, so yeah, pretty good. So based on, well, the first pack, probably being in Ruby Wild would have been my best. Especially if taking both of those Feral Fuel guys. The Ruby seemed pretty open towards the end of the pack, so anyway. So we can definitely take this. It's a very good rare. You can start transforming. This is something you just keep doing, so very nice. Jousters are good, especially as I said, momentum troops with pomegranates are very nice. But yeah, playable rare here. We shall take it. So this I'm going to put over here for now. Put that in there for now. Same with this. Let's put all this flooge in there. Honestly, whatever. Let's put it all in the bin. We'll see. I might, I've still got the option of doing the Sapphire with the Wild or the Diamond. We'll see. Like, I'm not locked into anything, really. I'm all over the place. Not committing yet. No commitments. We shall see. So, again, I already said about this guy how he's really good. So, that's pretty damn nice. Chance of getting this on the wheel, at least one of them. There's another Ready to Rumble. But yeah, so the main reason why we're going more into Wild now is because for a Ready to Rumble to come that late is a pretty decent signal. We're getting some good wild cards, so why not? So we'll take that. Again, another really good card. Now, if these transform effect stuff wasn't so expensive, then I could actually run. It's not this one. I had something, didn't I? Maybe not. Never mind. So yeah, anyway, we shall see what happens. These are all decent cards. So how many rares have I got so far? So we got 2 there. So 3 and then 4. So 4 rares. How many more can I get? So we've got another Wild Knight we could take. Thinking Dance if we want to go into Sapphire. So what I normally recommend with this type of scenario, where there's multiple decent picks, you're better off picking the color you're likely going to be in. So I don't know if I'm going to be in Sapphire. Like, my Sapphire is, like, these are not that great because we didn't get as many as we wanted. Like, I wanted to have fun with these and can get a bunch of them. Didn't happen, so I'm probably going to abandon that. So I really only have 2 good Sapphire cards that I like. And they're good Sapphire cards, and so is Dingledance. So I could do that, but obviously I have 5 good wild cards. Well, I mean, Oaken is fine. But these are all good. I can take another Wild Knight, which would be fine. That's probably what I'd do. I could also even branch into another color still. I could take this Violet Square Man, the Burster, but again, I recommend sticking with the color that you're likely going to be in, then waiting to see what's open, and going from there. So nothing too exciting here. I mean, this is okay, but I want more low drops. But I guess I'll take this. Then again, we do want... No, I'm a dirty rare drafter. Let's rare draft. Whee! Gotta take the rares. Riftstorm. So yeah. The raw energy bleeding from frost type caused portals to open up all across the Hyperborean mountains. I keep wanting to say Hyperborean mountains because it just sounds like Hyperborean sounds weird. Maybe I'm still not saying it right, but anyway, I mean, we could, no, this is a bad card, let's throw it in there. So, another rare to the pile. Still not low. I mean, I still could, could be in diamond. These 2 cards are fine. This is fine. So I've got 3 good diamond cards. I mean, I've got these that I like. I've got some other stuff that I could run. But these are fine. We just have to keep one. Ooh, so this is a pretty good Sapphire card. It's, just can be nice. You can use it as a combat trick. Like if you're attacking in, opponent double blocks. You can benefit that way to kill something, keep your dude alive, and then you get an uncommon portal. So it's pretty good. Portals are, as I mentioned earlier, something that you can just have in your hand until it turns into something, wait for it to turn into a bomb potentially. So I might actually take that here. Even though there are decent wild cards, they're not like so amazing that I'm going to stick to my wild, the thing I mentioned earlier. They're not quite good enough that I care. Whereas I'll take this because it is a very good card, and you can, so that's, maybe gonna put, ooh, hello. So very good diamond removal here. Winter's Grass, really good removal. Both of these are fine, and this is a good 2-drop. The Revert we've already got, and again it's good. The Verdict card there, but really excellent card here. If you're against Mill, you just like if you draft this and then you go against Mill, you're all smiles. Like you're just like, sweet, that alone is going to help so much. So I'm definitely taking it here. You can obviously run it in every deck as well. Even if you're not against Mill, it's still a 3/3 fly for 5. But obviously you're hoping when you draft these cards, this card, you don't have to main deck. I probably will, because with Farico, flyers, any form of evasion with Farico is a good thing to have. So let's start bringing in some of these other Sapphire cards. I still might do these guys, like I still might be able to get some more Elementals, and that will be kind of worth it, because if we do go for Rico, the more things, the better. So all these cards are kind of flukes. Like this isn't terrible. So I technically have several things that transform. I have no early transform, so I'm not going to be like playing this on 3 and then it's going to be flying the next turn, but it still might be worth taking here. Might be worth taking. Like I've already, I'm not too fussed about getting another Wild Knight. Like it is still a good card. Like, it's really good if you're going against someone with certain types of removal, things like Lamify. You're then again, once all smiles, like, yeah, please use that type of removal. Then you just play your Wild Knights and get your troops back, basically. But I will take this here. I'm gonna go for it and see if we can make that work. Oh wow! So I did mention the Robo Glow. Getting another one would be kind of cool, and we do see another one, which I'm very surprised that's still here. But not only that, there's still a whole bunch of good cards still here. So Acolyte of Flame should not be here. That is a card that should be very much picked up very early, as it is a high value, higher synergistic card for a Candle deck. But even if you're just in Ruby, it's just high value. 2 bodies for the 1 card. So another Aquamander's here as well, and I would take that. right now if this little Fluger here, this Robo Goyle, was not there. I mean, this, like, having two of them makes me, you know, in my opinion, almost guaranteed to beat a mill deck. Having two very, very powerful anti-mill cards. As long as I'm not just drawing all shards or, you know, because the amount of value you get out of a card like this, and it is a case of an inevitability. But yeah, so what do we got here? So Mike's Caller is not the worst. There's Mill. All flavors, really. So I'll just take a bicolor. It's fine because I have, excuse me, some 5-drops. Skyguard seems fine. Honestly, another Mind Caller wouldn't be the worst. Again, I've got several 5-drops, but I'll get some Skyguard in here. Let's change to this view. So the Dingle Dance came back, so that's pretty good. So as you can see, I'm lacking here in 2-drops. I've got a good amount of 3s. I've got more 5s than I need, so but I don't need to main deck these or both of them. You know, so sorry. So I'll take them out for now. But as you can see, I don't have that many playables. Like normally in a draft, you're probably going to have more playables than this at this point. The reason I obviously don't is because I was leaving options open. You know, I still, you know, I could run both of these still, which I might do. What else we got here? So Arcing Frost is not bad, pretty decent combat trick. This I'm not a huge fan of. It's just 2 is too expensive, in my opinion. Especially if you're going to be in the Freako. You can't afford to sacrifice 2 charges, so I'm going to take the Arcing Frost. Put it over here for now. So what happened here? So that was meant to come out. So again, I want to get more 2-drops. Even 1-drops would be nice. I could technically take this. What was the card I had that pairs with the... Oh, so the Bluebell Pixie. I've only got the 1 though. So we'll just take this. And we'll take another Mind Caller. I'm not recording, but I don't need to record. I can just highlight the Twitch stream and send it off to YouTube when I'm done. So that's basically what I'm going to do. So, you know, this here is not that great either. I will take it because, you know, these are garbage. But I'll grab this little guy, throw that over there. This is fine, I might run it, you know, if I'm going to be in Freako. Unblockable, you know, any form of evasion can be nice. So I do get a legendary here. It's a bad one, Heartbreak, pretty bad, you know, even in constructed. It's it's rather poops, so I technically shouldn't be taking it, but honestly this pack overall is pretty underwhelming. My best pick for me here would be the Go Nuts, most likely. Wouldn't be the worst, and it does pair with the Bluebell, but overall it's a pretty bad pack. So I'll just take the legendary and get whatever on the wheel. Just more rares, so what do we got? 1 legendary. Where's those? So we can sort here by rarity. And we've got the 1, 2. I guess the legendary is down over here somewhere for some reason. I don't know why it's over there. Should be the first one. So is that all that was? 3, and then in the deck. Oh, that's in the. So wait, that's not even. Let me make this refresh itself. And then we can do that again. So yeah, so 2 in the deck. Oh look, another one. Another rare. So some interesting cards here that I would like. So a lot of like good cards here. So Go Nuts again, Chrysalis I really want, and Poppy Pixie. So these are both good. But I'm going to take the Silverback. You know, it can be used as a combat trick early. It's another rare, so I got to stick with my guns. But you know, you can pay 3 to use it as +4/+4 and Crush. But you know, if you do get to 8, then you get an 8/8 that has the deploy effect there. So we'll grab that. What else we got? So yeah, let's go count those rares over here. Another one. Alright, well this draft truly is a heartbreaker. Let's get it. Just whatever. We'll just delete this draft. It's poop. I mean, it's whatever. That's funny. It's a shame it wasn't actually something that is good, you know? The artwork's pretty cool. but the card itself is, yeah, it's just the poops. But let's count that up again. So with the one, why is that down there? So it's not even in order. So we got 3 there, and then 5, and there's another rare. Oh no! I gotta do it now. Like I said, I'm a dirty rare drafter. I have to stick with it. Technically, I should be taking this. Like that is 100% what I should be taking. It's not like these rares are worth anything, but you know, whatever. It's hard mode. It's hard mode. But this is what I should be taking. The Poppy Pixie would actually fit rather nicely in my deck. Wouldn't be the worst. I mean, I'm still lacking 2 drops, but it pairs nice with these Aquamanders. You know, if I did get a bunch of these, it gives you a way to revert them after you've done their one-shot. Get the Elemental, Poppy Pixie it, turn it into a 6/6, hit in, it reverts, now it's got its one-shot back, so... yeah, so let's rare draft, even though I shouldn't be. What do we got here? So this card is nice. Winter Widow is pretty sweet. There is an Ice as well, but I'll take the Winter Widow, as it's another way I can Frost Form to get the one-shot of the Aquamanders, if I do end up running them, which I probably will. Hopefully, if I'm lucky, those Poppy Pixies will wheel, or at least the Runic Chrysalis, as again, we can do the same thing with that. So, Heg on there, Crafty Dog. Dog. So, an Iremore, late pick Iremore is very strong. Very good card. So, the reason why this is good is it has a deploy effect where it can battle a target opposing Diamond, Ruby, or Sapphire troop. So you can give it, you know, I generally give this a Skyguard and Steadfast, just so not only is it a 3/4, it's also some air defense. So that's a pretty good pickup. So while the deck is still really floobs, we might still have something that is playable. I doubt it's not something that's likely to get 3 wins, but ooh, now we're getting somewhere here. So we got another nice 4-drop here. So this is a Runic card. It's going to give me a 2/2 flyer. But then when I draw a resource, the Runic will trigger, casting the card once again to give me 2 Hailhawks, which is very strong in for Recos. So we might... I still need to get the 2 drops. Like, that's where I'm still lacking the most. But this is not the worst of curves. And we did pick up some nice cards there. 2 in a row that are very nice. If we can get the Chrysalis, the Poppy Pixies, any of those things on the wheel. I mean, we still got some other cards. Oh, there's a Poppy Pixie, as well as a Heart's Whisper. I really like card draw, but we want the Poppy Pixie more, so we're going to grab that. So that's not bad. Now, how many Frost Form cards do we have? So we've got 1 here. I know I have more in this reserves, I know. But yeah, so one I'm happy to run. I could bring in some more, but I don't think I'm going to. Might run this trick. For now, let's see what else we get. Like, you know, if they're still just... Oh, there we go. So we do get a Go Nuts. So that's pretty good. Can pair very well with the Unblockable troop over here. Or, you know, Flyers. All that sort of good stuff. So not too bad. Curve is still okay. It's acceptable. I should actually hit that there. So it's an acceptable curve. Nowhere near enough 2-drops that I would normally like. But, you know, I was a dirty rare drafter. So that's how you get punished. But it's still acceptable. Let's see here. So yeah, for now. And again, maybe I'll get lucky and just get paired against Mill and just be like, alright, sweet, double Robo Goal. GG, mofo. So another Poppy Pixie is good, but the Runic Chrysalis is really good too. You can use it as a combat trick. Poppy Pixie is good as well because it gives me a body. If I'm going to go for a Rico, then that body will either trade with something, maybe chump block at some point, or it comes bigger later on with the Rico charge power. So this is better when you have more early drops. This is honestly a tough choice for me. I think I will still go for this just because it is a lot more flexible. I really would like to get some more early drops though, so Rune Snatcher is not the worst, so we'll take it. Hopefully, I mean, I don't think there's anything on the wheel coming, so I think we're pretty much done here. In saying that, I might actually do a few changes, so we're not going to run this main deck, it's a fine card, but we're not going to, we already got enough cards, but what I might actually end up doing here is first checking I could have probably denied the execute there. Either way, so what I was thinking of doing is getting the other, because I do have now actually a decent amount of transform. So we'll get the, you know what, I could get the anti-air troop there with Skyguard, but I'll just deny that. Take a Theorize, that's fine. Maybe I should have taken the sideboard card. Either way, not really too fussed about these last few picks. But I might run this guy, because I can get it down as a 1-1 for 2, that I then turn into a very nice blocker with any form of transform. It gives me just another thing I can put on the board early. So sideboard card here, so I'm going to bring that in. And then any actions I play will also get a little bit of a bonus. But it's mainly just so, because again, with things like Poppy, Pixie, and Runic, you need to have early stuff to be using them on to get the most out of them. So I'm going to bring that in because it also will pair with my Aquamanders. So that's not the worst. It makes it worth it. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm still going to go for Rico just because it is ridiculously good. So throw that in there. I might take out the Mind Caller. I don't think I really need it. Although reducing the cost of something like this guy or the 5 drops would be okay. So I could just get rid of, where is it? The Rune Snatcher is not that big of a deal. So I think we just get here. So him, the Mind Caller is probably going to do, like he'll come down as a 3-2. Can maybe trade better than obviously a Mind Caller, but the Mind Caller might just be slightly better. So that seems okay there. Let's have a quick squiz. So in terms of my 2 drops now, or early drops, I have a bit more now. Like the curve, in terms of troops, I don't have many, but we have to remember that the Winter Widow and the Boa both can be, Boa can be played on 2. The Winter Widow can be technically played on 1, but that's unlikely to happen. But we got 2 things, so we can get some more early bodies down, which then pairs with, we don't get the 1 Poppy Pixie, but we have the Runic Chrysalis, however you want to say it, there as well. So that's all fine. So yeah, let's get the Skyguard in this floobs. And what I'll do is I'll play 1 quick game. Well, I say 1 quick game. Technically it's going to be 3 games, isn't it? So not exactly going to be quick. We'll go for, now I could go for a troop here, and technically I should, so I will. The reason why I say that is because I am for Rico, so I can get a bit more synergy there. The more troops you have, the better there. Sometimes getting an action is good, but it is random, so might as well go for the thing that I know I can synergize with the charge power. So overall, I think that's fine. Let's get our resources. So again, if we go against Mill, we're going to be super happy to bring both of those in. Super duper happy. Could still main deck one. It's not wrong to do, but I think for now we'll just have them aside, because I think with 2 of them, if I go against Mill, I might lose the game 1. It doesn't mean I will, but if I do, I think I still will have a pretty good chance of winning games 2 and 3 with 2 of those coming in. So go with that for now, and let's get some resources up in here. We're just going to do an 8-8 split. So throw those in there. So we still managed to, so I didn't actually count how many rares I got. Let's do that now. So we got 1 here. 2, 3. That's it. 3, 2, 3 in the deck. Let me just double check. That seems about right. And then obviously we've got, so nothing over here, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's it. 9. So I got a total of 9. Well, technically 7 rares and 2 legendaries from the draft. So obviously, I mean, they're nothing like super values or anything, but if I can manage to get 3 wins with this, well then, it's going to be good. But anyway, let's search. If it takes too long to find a game, which I don't think it will. There we go, instantly found one. There you go. Booyah. So let's jump in. I will do 1 round here, and then I'm probably going to go back to reading. So, what are we against? Are we against Mill? Did we get lucky? So So we're likely probably going to be versing someone from that draft. Now that I think about it, we're against Farico as well. Alright, let's go first. And opening hand is respectable. So we have a 2-drop. We've got a trick. We've got our free troop fluber, Poppy. So what we would like to draw is maybe our Winter Widow. Would be pretty good into a shard. Stun my opponent's troop, get the 1-shot, then use the Poppy Pixie onto the Aquamander, get back his 1-shot, flibbity floobs, all that shenanigans. So anyway, let's see what happens. So Mindcaller not the worst, so we do need to get resources, of course. Gonna need to draw some shards, but you know, if I don't, I don't. So be it. Put that over there for now. How you going, Tim? So, double wild. Will we see a Jouster? We see the Shredder? Okay. And we don't get the resource. No! So, I'll probably just... I mean, I could technically attack into him, but he could also just take it. We want to kill this, because I don't want to, like, attack. He just takes it, and then I do nothing for my turn. When you're in this type of scenario where I could be stuck for a while, I need to make sure I can stabilize... You know, get rid of as much. I mean, technically it is premium removal, but either way, like, okay, so he didn't want to swing into me either, so he doesn't have a trick. See, I was hoping he would. This is fine though. He's using his whole turn, so he doesn't have a 3-drop. I was hoping he would, you know, use a trick or something to try and keep that alive, because then I get more value out of the Dingle Dance. But either way, we'll just let that happen, and we get another Aquamander, which is not bad at all. So now we can throw that down. We're probably going to see my... Now, I get the 1-shot, so... Whoa, my mouse just went all funny. What the... I can't... It's... It's only moving... Probably dog hair in the laser. So there we go. So that's not bad. We get the 1-shot there. So that helps, especially when I'm stuck. Is this guy mono wild? It looks like he might actually not have a play here. Now, if he attacks me and has a trick, I'm still going to do that. It looks like he's just going to... So he's almost certainly not mono wild. He's probably needing his other color. Sadly for me, I didn't get anything here, so I'm going to have to discard. No, that's not entirely true. I could swing with... I could swing with both. You know what? I'm going to swing with both. I think he blocks. Maybe he doesn't. If not, who cares? I'm still going to have to discard here. But I might as well get in some damage. You know, he's stuck on... Probably he's, you know, not getting his second color. So we're going to get another little fluber here. So we don't necessarily care about this one too much. What else don't we care about, though? We want the flower, we want the iron more. This guy, he's okay. Because I don't know if I'm going to be getting the shards right, so... I'm going to actually get rid of this. It'll do. Is it you or is the stream choppy? That would be me. I mean, I have to run the stream at a low frame rate due to my internet speed. You know, it's 100 kilobytes upload, mate. That's what I got to work with. There's a reason why I only stream Hex. Alright, so that works out rather nice here, what I just picked up. So I can do the Poppy Pixie plan. This is kind of annoying, though. I think it's still better to do the Poppy Pixie plan, though. It gets me in 6 damage, advances my board. If I'm lucky and I draw a resource, I then can do Aquamander, get the 1-shot again, have Dingle Dance open. Because he might hold back still. So we're going to go for this. But he's still potentially needing his second color, it seems. So here's that synergy I talked about with Aquamander. So we've actually got quite a few Aquamanders so far. Pretty funny. So we'll go in with this. He's going to take the 6, so we're obviously winning in life totals here. We've now caught up on resources, but if he gets his second color here, or even just a wild shot, he's going to have plays. We might not see a swing here, but I think we will. He gets a wild, so I'd be very surprised not to see a play. He could still be mono wild, but I think it's unlikely with him to have that many cards in hand and not, you know, it's possible he just had a bad curve that he drew, so he didn't attack. So that's what I was hoping to see there. So he didn't want me to multi-block, so it tells me he doesn't have a trick. Because I was tapped out. If he had a trick, he would have swung with this at the very least. So that's very good for me. Bum, 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 bum. So I could do that again if I wanted to. we do want to kill this, so we want to be swinging. So if we swing with this, he has the option of just blocking there, wait for my trick. So the Iremore, we don't know what his second color is, if he is in a second color, otherwise maybe reducing the cost of the Iremore would be worth it. I think what I'll do here is swing with the Poppy. If he blocks with the 1/5, we'll just let it happen. We're not going to waste our Dingle Dance premium trick there. You know, if he blocks with the 3/4, oh, he double blocks. That's fair. So he might have something here. If he has a trick, well then, you know, it's going to be floops. Honestly, this isn't the worst thing to get rid of anyway, because it is just going to turn into a massive wall. It already is. So I'm potentially going to get punished here, but either way, we'll do this. So he does use that. It doesn't matter though. It's just going to buff the back end. So I'm going to keep my troop alive. He's going to lose one of his, so that's actually very good for me. It also gave me more information that he is definitely in 2 colors. There's no way. I will eat my hat. I don't even have a hat. I'll buy a hat, eat the hat, if he is mono wild. So let's kill that. Let's get this chaos turn out. So we now have an unblockable troop. So if I ever start just getting shards, which we would be happy to do, you know, Fariko is going to be very nice for me because I'm going to get another Aquamander and all that sort of shenanigans. So there you go. There's his second color. It is indeed Ruby. He plays out a pretty mediocre play though, so that's also surprising. So he probably has a trick here. Yep, almost certainly. Well, obviously I'm going to just let you kill one of these. I'm not going to multi-block. Even if, you know, there's a possibility if I multi-blocked it would beat his trick. But yeah, it's a Swift Strike 1, gives Crush, that's annoying. But so be it. The upside here is now I get to swing back. I did indeed draw a resource, that's pretty good too. And we've got the Iremore. So what's not to like about that? So he is in a color that we get to Om Nom Nom. So we're going to hit him for 7 damage here against someone who is low health. So very good. And then if I ever do get to the charge power, or even just get to my flyer, which I can you know, guarantee that, can easily finish him off. So we've got him very low. We've got already an unblockable troop on the board. I can Mind Caller next turn onto the Gravitros if I wanted to. If I draw a shot, I'm just going to play it out though. So he can swing here. I'll happily block, even if he's got more tricks. Alright, that's a pretty nasty troop there. But I still have the block for this, but that's... could easily still lose this. You know, you got big front end, you know, more Crush will do me in. So we do get the resource though, so that's pretty nice. It may actually be correct here to just advance my board state, you know, get a lot of things down. It might actually be correct, so, because we can do 1 here. And then 4, so we can't kill him with that sort of shenanigans. So I could do Mind Caller into Jingle Jinx here if I wanted to, or Mind Caller on this, and then just play Aquamander. I could play Aquamander. Might be a bit foreshadowing what could happen. What was the foreshadowing? So I'm really worried about this. You know, like this Crush is not. You know, if he has another Crush trick like this, it's gonna be a lot of damage. So bit of a worry. A bit of a worry. So, because, you know, like, if I play this out, I'm obviously not blocking with it. It becomes my best chance of winning. So therefore I have to use these guys as my defenders, which can easily be beaten. So I think I'm probably better off playing the Mind Caller, doing on the Jingle, and that way I'm getting just some more defense, but also more damage front end and back end. Which allows me to, you know, even if I multi-block on both of these, you know, this I wouldn't, but I'm probably going to multi-block on this, so I need to be able to make sure it dies, even if he has a trick. It's going to be tough, this game. It's obviously I'm winning, but yeah, we don't know what's in his hand. We know he's not sitting on shards, though. That's the thing, right? So we know he's got 4 actual cards. Technically, alright, so had I actually full swung there, how much damage would I have done? It's, so not enough, but next turn I can technically full swing, depending on what he does. So that, but you see he's coming at me, right? If he's coming at me here, it's not a good sign. That's not a good sign, my friends. So I need to play around, so I need to think about the different tricks there are, which honestly I can't be bothered. So what I'm going to do here, you know, I just need to keep 5 damage on the board. So I think what I do here is I block, double block here. Single block here. Alright, so if he has another tooth off the chain, so what's tooth and claw? Does that give crush as well to 2 troops? Not that it needs to give crush to 2 troops. So 4, 5, 6 we're absorbing here, so we're taking 1. If he has another off the chain, that's going to be 3. Then he could buff it for 1 if he has nothing else. So he can make it do 10 plus 3. I take 12, 13 damage in this line. It's a lot of flukes, because I mean he's obviously got stuff, right? He's hoping I block wrong and he kills me. Is what this looks like. As I don't think he's gonna, you know, just throw down 2 troops or something. He's obviously got a trick, maybe a troop, but 1 troop's not gonna cut it if I block in a certain way. So, I mean, dude, I'm thinking. So, like I might be better off putting this over there. 4, 6, absorb, take 1. I can't remember the tooth and claws, what it does. Tooth and claw, is it plus 2 damage, swift strike and crush? I don't know if it does all that. I think it's just, I don't think it gives crush. Either way, do need to play around that he might have tooth and claw and another off the chain. So, I guess we'll block here just to absorb another bit of damage. And so I've got 1 damage here. These are all dead. So I technically don't need to keep all this alive. I could just take the risk and hope he doesn't have the 2 things I'm thinking of. 16 health. Taking 1. If he buffs it by, I take, say, 3. I then, so then this is like, yeah, I think I'll die. I think I just do this. I think I still, if he has the 2 tricks, I think I'm just dead still. So we'll do this, as I still have 5 damage. So he either now uses his cards to keep stuff alive, or you know, he just lets it all trade perhaps. Which honestly, if as long as these die, even if I lose all this, that is perfectly fine. So Riddick Fury was one of them, and so he's still going to lose the troop. I'm still taking a good chunk of damage, but he's lost his board state. So now he needs to add a troop to the board, or I just win. But even if he does, well, yeah. So there we go. So yeah, if he had 2 things. By blocking the way I did, it probably still wouldn't have been enough. And he didn't have the troop to put down. So there we go. That was stressful. So we're not against mill. We don't need to bring in that flubes. Let's have a quick look. So this is not bad. As it's just a really good defender. So, I don't think it's going to do enough for me. Bring in that. Could do the Arcane Frost instead of one of my high drops, like taking a 5. Maybe I take out this guy actually. Maybe I should take out my 5. up one of these as well. I'm actually going to bring in a second Mindcaller and the Frost. Whatever. He's on the play, so I just want to be able to make sure I don't die real quick. So, yeah. So if I can reduce the cost of like my Portal Flyer, you know, the Portal card, I can just wait till it turns into something good, so Mindcaller's not the worst. Alright, so we got power to... Never mind, I was like, oh, I got both Mindcallers, that's not too bad, but no shards. And now one shard. Well, I have to keep this and just pray to Kismet, but it looks like she doesn't want me to win this game too. Like, it's, I mean, it's possible I draw shards, and then I'll be fine, but, you know, like a wild off the top would be great. And we get nothing. So, we might just lose here, but I'm not going to go down to 5, even on the draw. Going to 5 is floobs. Going even just any mulligan is floobs. To put it simply, but, yeah, so we might be taking this to a game 3. Will put me on the play, though. So that'll be decent. So he's the guy, yeah. So I thought so. He's the guy who got all the good rubies. So yeah, all right. I think we lose already. Probably just be conceding this one very soon. As yeah, that's pretty bad. Like if he now has anything that gives him, you know, Acolyte of Flame here would be. All right, that's not too bad. I mean, still not good though because here I am at 1 resource to his now probably 5. Well, guaranteed 5. We know he's got one in hand because of that. But probably more too. Yep, there's no point, you know, too far behind. If I've got a shard there, I'm probably still not going to be able to do enough to keep up. So anyway, easy win for him. So what I will do now that I'm on the play, I will take out this again. And I'm going to get my Wild Knight back. And I'm just going to hit save. So, yeah, that was a that was a floops. Hopefully Kismet won't do it to me again. Oh, and Hag on there, SFS. Oh, he's gone, yay, we win. Alright, so 2 resources, so I don't know what just happened there. It's just 2, 3, 4, no. Alright, so really crappy hand, really, obviously, but I'm not going to mulligan on the play, it sucks. He shucks! So, if I get a Sapphire, I'll at least be able to do some stuff, but it's obviously a very risky keep, but I don't want to mulligan on the play. I'll rather take this gamble in that I get a Sapphire, because if I get a Sapphire, I can do this on 2, then I can turn it into a massive wall. And then I've got obviously some other plays here, like I can technically do that out first. So Sapphire off the top would, you know, this is a good hand if I get a Sapphire. I can do some interesting things. So you know, it all comes down to how Kismet is feeling today. Is there a Sapphire here? Is this here? Is this Shadow a Sapphire? This card? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Do I have a good curve? We're about to find out. And it's a Dingle Dance. All right, so we have nothing. But oh well, what do you do? If I still get a Sapphire, I'll still be fine. Come on, Kismet. Don't floob me like this. So if I get a Sapphire now, I'd probably play... Depending on what my opponent plays, I might get the Pixie down first. But I might just do the Jingle Jinx. So he doesn't have his Feral Fury, doesn't have a 2-drop, so that's good. Sapphire, please! You bitch! Alright, so getting effed by shards 2 games in a row. Woo! Alright, so I haven't lost yet, but obviously this is not good. I really need to start drawing them shards. That's not good. That's not good. I really need to get that Sapphire right now. Well, Kismet is a bitch. I don't like Kismet sometimes. I really don't. That's unfortunate. So I'm likely... It's like the game now. This is very likely over. So he's going to play a shard here. No shard. Alright, so... If I'd gotten a Sapphire there, I might have been okay, but it's very likely too late now. And I get a wild. So what did that do again? Alright, guess this Gladiator. So now I have to play this and just make it a 6/6, which gives me defense for 1 turn. I could still technically turn this around, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, the Gladiator is not too bad, him having it, but he is running a lot of tricks, so, you know, like, he could potentially even still swing here with both, based on some of the tricks we saw, so. Now he's got that. I mean, that card is not a big deal, but the problem here is you know, I'm just gonna die. I need to get a Sapphire, so I can pretty much do these two, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So he could swing, but it would be kind of strange for him to let me, like, he shouldn't be swinging here. I'm not sure why he's hesitating. This is not a swinging situation. So he realizes, and there's my Sapphire. It's maybe too late, but we're not giving up just yet. So we can, I mean, if he has removal, you know, we have to play around the fact that he might have removal. So we pretty much have to get the Boa down. That way, if he kills, you know, the Pixie, we'll have the Boa that can still Dingle Dance and kill something. So I could still be okay. But, you know, obviously Kismet there, being a biatch, obviously getting rid of, I mean, this card would be nice to have if I was to get to 5 shards. You know, it'd be nice to be able to do it on this. It reverts it into a 4-drop, then turns it into a 5-drop. Would have been nice. So he does have a piece of removal there. If he has another piece, I'm done. Either way, that still sucks, because, you know, any troop he's playing, you know, when I'm this far behind, it's pretty bad. But we will be able to battle that. Well, no, we won't, because of the Gladiator, so yeah. I think I'm pretty much dead. So yeah, I mean, I have to stop this. I can't just let that keep going. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. I just don't think. I don't think this hand's going to do enough. So very likely I'm dead. And he could still technically have a trick here, kill my guy, and this will just turn back into the troop it was before. You know, turn back into this. Minus that extra point of Gladiator it's gained. Oh, I'm still losing my guy, right? Of course. I mean, I still have to do it. No matter what I do, it's still, yeah, so there you go. He had something, so, I mean, I'm just dead. You're dead! Damn stupid fueling station. So not being able to battle and kill this is bad. So my best bet here is now to do this, and then Arcing Frost everything. But yeah, I'm extremely far behind, so that's likely the end of this match, obviously. And then you've got to remember, because we're not able to get rid of really anything on his board, and we're taking boatloads of damage, you know, I'm just basically dead. He's got very good troops. Oh baby, a speed troop to boot. Look at this, that's crazy. I'm done. Yeah, you're right. I guess I could have battled in England. But, yeah, I'm dead here, obviously. So, blah. I mean, it doesn't even matter what I do. I can't Arcing Frost. I guess I technically should have battled, but I'd already given up on this game. So, whatever. Flibbity floob. GG. That is the end. He had a pretty sweet deck there, so. But, yeah, Kismet deciding to screw me over with the shardy shards. Oh well. It was still an alright draft, but, yeah. Watch this, ready? 3 shards. 4 shards, 2 shards, 3 shards, 3 shards, 3 shards, 3 shards, 4 shards, 2, so another bad one, 2, but fine, 3, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and, okay, that's a lot of Sapphire, and there's another bad one, that's fine. But, like, it's not like, you know, like, I'm just doing this because some of you are like, oh, he's running 16 shards, you floobs. It's not like it's wrong, right? Statistically, I'm still likely to be fine, you know. Like, you can see here, like, yeah, I'm getting some that, like, this is still fine. I'd keep this, 100%. Obviously, it wouldn't have been that great, but I still have cards I can play, so I'd still keep that. That's obviously fine. That's fine. That's not great, but I wouldn't keep that one. But, see there, most of the time you're getting you know, on average 3, and sometimes you're getting obviously more. But yeah, damn Kismet, it happens. But I hate flooding more than anything, so you know. Either way, we got the loss there. I'm not going to bother playing another one just yet. Hell, I may even forfeit this just to do another draft later, because I love drafting more than anything. So, but yeah, I might play that one again. It's not too bad. But for now, that's pretty much it from me. I'm going to go back to reading as I mentioned earlier. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I mean, sure, with this charge power 17's fine, but like, you know, it's just the way I play. You know, I hate, like, obviously yes, flooding with Freako is fine, but it's not fine if you're flooding and you don't have enough troops to really get the benefit from it. But I guess in this deck, technically, I do have, you know, I've got the Witch that gives me an extra troop. I've got Aquamanders that can technically give me more troops, and also the payoff cards as well. So technically, yeah, 17's probably, you know, it's fine. I'm not, neither are wrong. You know, maybe I should have went 17 with this deck because of those reasons. Though. Obviously, I didn't take those into account. Like, you know, again, there's this card. There's the Merry Mascot, the Pipit Pow. Several cards that don't mind too much if you're flooded, if you've got other stuff on the board. The Gravitros as well. And technically, I do have the Silverback as also. So, yeah, maybe, you know, just cut it Okenge. Like, Okenge is fine, but I could, you know, it'd be better off without it and just doing probably a Wild Shard. Just doing that. But yeah. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to head off now, so thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you all. Let's see, what day is it actually? It's Thursday for me, so I might stream again tomorrow. But yeah, good night, and take care.